URT. Who are we? URT. Pick up the URT army. I've gone live a bit too early, but we don't give a damn. We don't give a damn. Welcome to Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. Preview, preview, preview. Pick up to everybody. Love and light. Obviously, before we start this, we just say RIP to Kath, loyal servant to Manchester United for many, many decades. We heard the news that she passed away yesterday. But big up to Shea Bucky, 1958. Big up to 58 as well, for organising and putting together the protest against the ticket hike at Old Trafford last time we were at home. So yeah, big up to everybody. Love and light. We're playing Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are no joke. Big up Shekarian. They're no joke by any means. So it's going to be a difficult game tomorrow. I'm not going to lie to you. This could be a banana skin. Obviously, we're going to see if the boys can bounce back. But it is what it is, people. Forest are a very dangerous team. Really good on the counter-attack. Once they shut up shop like they showed what they did to Liverpool this season, they can do it. So obviously, Man City got the win, and Man City beat them comfortably the other night. But it's no mean feat, man. They're going to be hoping to bounce back as well. Both teams defeated. So, yeah, big up. Everyone's damn, they're all getting pissed. Where's everyone? Listen, it is what it is, man. It's near Christmas. People are busy. People are doing what people are doing. But anyway, we get on with it anyway. We get on with it. Salam, brother. Salam. Big up. RIPM is Manchester United. Yeah, 100%. RIP to Kath. I'm not heard anything from Tom Mundo. I send him the links and he's busy. He's a busy man. So it is what it is. He's a busy man, but yeah. But we'll start with that. Kathy worked for Manchester United for a long, long time. And may she rest in eternal peace. Our condolences to her and her family. Obviously, a loyal and an incredible servant for Manchester United. So we wish her well. Yeah, man. Big up, people. Big up. Yeah, man. Big up. Is there any chance the game can get postponed? Why, Rohan Kumar? I think majority of the weather tomorrow is supposed to be down Wales. Let me just check the weather report for Manchester tomorrow. Weather report. I know there's a storm Dara hitting. Weather warning, Manchester. Warning, Manchester tomorrow. Let's have a look. BBC weather. Let's have a look. It's going to rain. Heavy. It says gusty winds and heavy rain. That don't sound good, people. That does not sound good at all. Gusty winds and heavy rain. It's going to rain. It's going to rain tomorrow. It's going to really rain. Going to be raining all night, all day and night. Bloody hell. It's proper piss down. Yeah, tomorrow. So, but as far as I'm concerned, it looks all right. Let me just have a look at this. Met Office has issued number of warnings. Storm Dara approaches the UK. Let me just see what time this article was. 6th of December, yeah, today. The warning covers parts of Wales, south of England, including Cardiff, Bristol, Devon. Met Office is damaging winds, yeah. So it's mainly down south. Yeah, that's where it is mainly. It's mainly down south. So yeah. To be fair, tornado alert issued across the southwest, and a little bit covers Manchester as well. So the game might be, the game might be called off. I've got this map here. Let me just show you guys. That's Rohan. That's really good question. Let me just show you. This is what this is showing. Let me just show you. It's saying tornado warning. Sounds like bloody hell. It sounds like, honestly, it sounds like, you know what I mean? Let me show you. This is what he's saying. Can you see that map there? That covers Manchester. And he's saying here, look, tornado alert has been issued across the southwest region overnight and tomorrow, Saturday, 7th December. The warning is in place on 4 a.m. on Saturday, has been issued to severe weather watchers. Tornado storm reaches, the Tornado and Storm Research Organization. Severe thunderstorms and winds up to 75 miles could be part of the southern England, according to Toro, which keeps record of tornadoes, large hail, severe storms across Britain. Yeah. Ireland is braced as well. There's going to be thing. This is the thing, man. Dara. This is what we have to put up with, people. Dara. This is the storm. So yeah. If you look, if I go back to this, the storm could be a bit, boy, oh boy. This here, this is what they're saying. That covers Manchester. Manchester's here, around here, where my arrow is. And this covers all of Ireland on all of this side here. That's what they think is going to be warning. Woo! It's not going to be easy, people. Let me have a look to see what they're saying about United. Yeah. It's nothing there that says, but it could change, innit? The thing with weather, we don't know. Things could change. It could really change. So we don't know. We really don't know. It can change. It could, with weather, things can move and take a long time. Yeah, 100%. We love Jadon Sancho Nordin. He's not a Manchester United player, so I've said what I've had to say. Yeah, big up Ronan. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So we don't know. When he starts pissing about for years, all right, listen, this is what it could be, people. Big up Ronan, Rohan. Big up Rohan. And please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I'm from Dublin. It never gets that bad, to be honest. Yeah. Big up the Irish, man. Up the Irish always. Big up all the people from Dublin. Every storm or tornado is named after a woman. Not a woman, really. Some of them are named after men. Some of those are named after men. It's not all women. But yeah, it's very interesting. See what happens. Big up Bumbaye. How you doing, Bumbaye? Are we having it or what? Bumbaye in the house. It always takes him a bit of time to get on there, people, but give him some time. Give him some time. Bumbaye.
Time is on my side. What's
Listen,
up, bro?
let me just show you this.
Big up the UFC. Big up Stoke City in the house. 22 corner goals this season.
Let me just show you this, Bumbaye. There's a storm. There could be a storm tomorrow.
I know. We might get situations.
Yeah, can you see that map that I'm just showing on the screen here? Look. That's what they're saying, tornado alert.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
So the game could be off. If it all takes off, Manchester's about here, isn't it? Am I at the right place here? We're here?
Yeah, we'll go with that. Somewhere around there.
Yeah. So the game could be called off if the tornado hits.
Yeah, a few games. They're saying a few games could be called off. Big wins and stuff. You know, you can the wind is picking up a little bit here at the moment.
Jamie Wayne, yellow card for the casual sexism. No sexism on this channel, bro. That's a yellow card.
Storm
yellow
gets
card.
pissed off like an angry woman.
Hey, yellow card. Yellow card, my friend. No casual sexism on this channel.
Any women offended there? Come on,
there
man.
Are, yeah. There are some women
Are there really?
women
Do you know what? Speaking of women, I can't. There's one in my mind. I can't get her out. I went to the local council this on Wednesday, just to get a copy of my council tax bill, and there was a woman there at the front desk that helped me out. And man, I haven't been able to get her out of my head. The loveliest curly hair, long curly, naturally curly brunette hair.
All right, Bombay, save your little cautious
sorry.
yourself.
I had to share that with your.
That's a yellow card as well. That is a yellow card.
What the hell? What for? Yellow card.
Yellow card. We don't want to know about what woman you were looking at. She helped you out. Good on her. She did a great job.
She had a name. She had hobbies. I was paying attention.
Okay. All right. Calm down. All of
Okay.
this casual sexism. Yellow card, Jamie. Yeah, calling, saying angry bloody woman. Calling storms or tornadoes women, mate. Come on, man. Give it a rest. That's casual racism, bro. Come on.
Jamie, man, we're living in the Stone Age, you and me. I don't know anymore. Okay, let's just talk football. Let's move on.
Talk to me. So the game might be called up. So we might be talking about previewing a game that might be called up.
All right.
But it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because if that map tells you anything, Manchester's about there. You know what I mean? So it could be all Pete Tong people.
I think Arsenal will benefit. You know, wind, corners should be right up their street. That long balls, just what the doctor ordered, bro. I rang the boys today. I rang Huss. I said, yes, can I speak to Tony Pulis, please? Kicked off. He literally lost it and goes, why are you calling us this? You're crap. You. I said, all right, chill out. You got, you're amazing. We tuned in. It was sexy football all the way. I apologize. All right, take it easy. Give my regards to Tony Pulis.
Yeah.
Guy went nuts. I don't know what to tell you. Do you know they've got the most set piece goals in the whole of Europe?
Yeah.
I think 22 set piece goals. I had no idea this is how they're rolling.
That's how they roll, mate. That's how they roll.
That's how they're all cutting corners.
Listen, well, let's leave it to them. Big up to Martinez, the Portuguese manager, or Wigan manager. He said,
"Yep,
we must respect Tony Pulis, what he's done. Pay tribute to him. Berbatov did as well.
Do you know what?
It is what it is, people. But let's get into it. Let's get into the game. Let me give you a little bit of headline, and then we can get into it a little bit.
Go on.
It is a bit. Burnley play tonight in the Championship. Drew 1-1 with there we go. With the Middlesbrough. Burnley and Middlesbrough drew tonight. 1-1. There we go. And let's get into it. Manchester United welcome back Lisandro Martinez and Kobe Mainoo, both suspended for the defeat at Arsenal on Wednesday. Lenny Yoro could be awarded his first start for Manchester United after making his debut as a substitute at the Emirates. Although Johnny Evans and Victor Lindelof remain out. Nottingham Forest head coach Nuno Espirito Santos, I like his name, said on Thursday that he's still assessing the fitness of his squad following the 3-0 defeat at Manchester City. Danilo, Ibrahim and Sagara are the visitors only confirmed at the absentees. Match facts, Nottingham Forest have lost 12 out of their 13 matches against Manchester United in all competitions. United have won 7 consecutive home meetings, including 3-2 victory in this fixture last season. Yeah, I know. I remember that. They were 10 men and we were holding on. I remember I came here and I told you guys, we're efforts of this season. I rang the alarm after I came back of Old Trafford here and said to you guys, boy, oh boy, we're in trouble. The Red Devils have scored 14 Premier League. The Red Devils have scored in all 14 Premier League games against Forest, right? Manchester United have 19 points after 14 games. If they fail to win on Saturday, they will have their lowest point tally after 15 league fixtures since 86-87. 1986-1987. United have earned 4 consecutive home victories in all competitions, scoring 12 goals and in total, at least twice in each match. Ruben Amorim has won his past 15 home fixtures in all competition. Amorim can become the third Manchester United manager to win his opening 2 Premier League home games, emulating Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralf Rangnick. The 39-year-old suffered his first defeat as Manchester United coach at Arsenal last time. He's only suffered a consecutive top-flight defeats once in his career with Sporting in August 2022. Marcus Rashford has netted 3 times in the Premier League appearance under Amorim, as many goals as his previous 23 league games. Bruno Fernandes has been involved in 11 goals in the last 10 appearances at Old Trafford in all competitions, scoring 4 and assisting 7. Nottingham Forest have lost 3 of their past 4 Premier League matches after they were beaten only once in their opening top-flight games this season. Forest's last 2 league fixtures were 3-0 defeat at Arsenal and Manchester City. They are unbeaten in the opening 5 league away matches, including conceding just 4 goals. Nuno Espirito Santos' side can win more than 6 of their opening 15 games of the Premier League campaign for only the second time after 94. Forest have scored the opening goal in league high 11 of their Premier League 14 top-flight matches this season. Nuno's bidding to become just the second Forest manager to win his opening 2 league fixtures against Manchester United after Fred Ebb in 1909-1910 campaign. Big up Fred Ebb. However, Nuno's winless in all 4 away meetings with United. Chris Wood just needs 1 goal to suppress Brian Royce, Forest's all-time leading Premier League scorer. They are currently tied on 24. Wood can celebrate his 33rd birthday on the day of this game, has scored 20 goals in 30 Premier League outings under Nuno, including 12 in 15 away appearances. So we know Chris Wood had some of the people to watch out for. We know who to watch out for, people. We know who to watch out for. Big up to everybody. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Big up YC. Who cares? Arsenal scored set pieces. Are they still goals? Both goals against Bayern Munich came from 2 corners.
It's a bit of fun, guys, just to get under their skin, man. That's all.
Yeah. Jamie is coping mechanism. Arteta is so good at tactically, it's scary. Football fan won't get into a hate of the corners on point. Yeah, big up. Football Footy Heritage says, Durden, you ain't gonna try to see Bruno in the pivot. He gave the ball away 14 times, the most against Arsenal. Can't track back or track his man. 31 declining. We need to move past rather than play Kobe in the 10. Football Heritage, I think I actually agree with you. We won the Champions League by 2 corners. There you go. Big up, Jamie. The corner hate against Arsenal is petty as fuck. Right, no problem. Big up to you. Quotes, yeah. Big up to Shekarian while you're there. Obviously, the press conference today for the presser today for
Forest by Amorim.
Yeah, Amorim. He said, obviously, the 2 guys that are out, Johnny Evans and Victor Lindelof, are not there, but Alessandro and Kobe obviously returned because they were banned.
Everybody we need is there, bro.
Yeah,
Everybody we need is there. You know what I mean?
I won't be too bad, but Nottingham Forest are dangerous, man. They're very dangerous.
They are.
Big up to Jarvis for joining us.
Big up,
Nottingham
guys.
Forest are dangerous. How you feeling,
Never gonna
Jarvis? How
give.
you doing? How you doing,
Yeah.
Jarvis?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How you guys doing? How you doing?
Well, all right. Well, this is what I'm saying to you, so we'll show you in a minute. This could be happening. This is according to some tornado that's on its way to the UK tomorrow. And that is where Manchester is. So there we go. Tornado alert has been issued across the southwest region overnight. And tomorrow, Saturday, December, the warning placed 4 a.m. on Saturday has been issued by severe weather watchers, Toro, Tornado Storm Research Organization.
Worst case scenario, we play Sunday. So
exactly, severe thunderstorms and winds up to 75 miles an hour could be part of the southern England, according to Toro, which keeps record of tornadoes. The storm that hit this week, it's been Storm Dara. So we are. Do you have that problem in Norway? Storms hitting you?
Yeah, sometimes it comes in from the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Sea. So yeah, it could be, but no, seldomly we have tornadoes or hurricanes, or But we have a lot of weather, so you know where I live. Yeah, sometimes it's -30, sometimes it's.
That's enough. That's enough punishment for you lads. It's enough punishment for you Northern Norwegians.
Yeah,
Ruben, felt against Arsenal, tired at the end, and you know he will recover at the end. It's if you talk to Mago Ugarte, I know him for a long time, and he needs a bit more time. So that means Ugarte might not be playing tomorrow. So he's talking about the tiredness. He's talking about the tiredness of these players. Ruben, I mean, lessons from Arsenal defeat. I learned that the same with wins. I focus on the performance. We won 4-0 against Everton, but I saw many things that were wrong. And I saw the same against Arsenal. We need time to think about things.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Yeah. The wind is crazy, mate. The wind is crazy. I've just cycled back from before I've been out, and when you're cycling against the wind, it's like you can't win. But it is what it is.
You have to remove all loose objects, trash cans, everything. Be prepared. Close your window. Tuck in. Make a cup of tea. Relax. Yeah.
I'm learning as the staff, and we're learning fast as they can manage the players able to do and what they can't do. So it's interesting. He also was asked today in the presser, would he get to his final kind of like team squad for match days other than chopping and changing? And he said, yeah, we're close. He said, but that's what they have to learn. But Jarvis, welcome. Forest are no joke. I've already put some of the little stats out already about the game. United have not lost to Forest in last 12 matches, 13 matches against them. Nottingham Forest have lost 12 of their past 13 matches against Manchester United in all competition. Manchester United have 19 points after 14 games. If they fail to win tomorrow, they are the lowest point tally in the fixture since 86-87. So there is that. I mean, just to say that for people, Forest actually switch between two forms of formations. Sometimes they play 3-4-3, and sometimes they go to another formation where there's 4-3-3. So they're quite fluid. Nuno Espirito Santos is a very good coach. They're very good on a transition. They know how to attack the space. You cannot give them any encouragements. They like to create overloads on the wide areas. Their main danger guy is Hudson-Odoi. Chris Wood is on a fantastic goal-scoring form. It's not going to be an easy game. It's not going to be an easy game. They're going to play a mid-block tomorrow. They'll drop into that mid-block, set traps, and then win the ball back quick. They really attack with our boy who left us to go to them, and then Hudson-Odoi. So they're quite Ilanga and Hudson-Odoi, if they play tomorrow, would be even that they've lost their last two games 3-0 and 3-0. 3-0 against Arsenal, 3-0 against City. So they're wounded as well. We need time to think about things. We don't have time to train. Purpose of the next appointment, but we'll see the team what improving in last aspects. Yeah. So it's going to be a very interesting game. So I'll ask you, Jarvis, where are we up to? What are you thinking tomorrow? You know how Forest play. All right, Mumbai, be quiet with all the shite in the background. I don't know what you were doing, so I have to mute it. Don't let me mute you again.
Have you heard of a tune called "Against the Wind" by Bob Seggers?
Oh God,
Jarvis, do you know Bob Seggers?
I heard his name, but I'm not familiar with this music.
Yeah,
I was actually thinking of Bob Dylan, "Blowing in the Wind." We all know that song. We can sing that together.
Yeah.
Blowing in the wind.
Sir, my friend.
I don't like Bob Dylan, you know.
Wind.
Not for me, that geezer. Check out Bob Seger's "Against the Wind" and "Night Moves." Think you'll like it.
Okay, cool.
Or you'll get to know a bit about me.
Cool. Bob Seger's.
Yeah, "Against the Wind" and "Night Moves."
I will check it out. Yeah, I just want to say the game tomorrow. You know, Nottingham Forest. Nuno Espirito Santos. He's been kind of a bogus manager for us the last 4 seasons, especially when he came up with Wolves when they had their best team, full of Portuguese players, very tactically set up, very strong, disciplined. Didn't give away a lot of chances. Kept a fantastic mid block. They had that guy who's now in Saudi. What's his name? Ruben Neves. Yeah, always scoring on long shots. So yeah, big up Tualumbat Piri. I see you in the chat. No, but I think it will be a difficult game tomorrow, and Nottingham Forest have performed fantastically this season for being a small club as they are. Compared to a lot of the other big clubs, not taking away anything from Nottingham Forest, Champions League winner, Brian Clough and all of that, but they are placed in 7th place this season, 22 points so far, and we are in 13th with 19, so we can actually equalize their point tally if we win tomorrow. So that will be quite good. Their form recently is not good. They have lost 3 of the 4 last games in the league. So I think there's a time now to actually win. It's interesting. They have good attackers. Gibbs White, Elanga, Hudson-Odoi, and Chris Wood. When it comes to Chris Woods, I would say going from our side, I would say maybe I would play Maguire tomorrow just to have the aerial ability in the air, because he's the threat. I don't think we can stop their crosses with our wingbacks, and we see Martinez and Masraoui, who will be defending the wide areas tomorrow. I don't think we can stop those crosses. I think that will be difficult from Elanga, Hudson-Odoi, and that Portuguese guy on the right side. I can't remember his name at the moment, but there will be some difficulties. So I think Maguire is better in the aerial duels than De Ligt. And I think actually De Ligt looked a little bit shaky last game against Arsenal, but then he was the right centre back. But centrally, we need some aerial ability. So I think Amorim will choose Maguire tomorrow. The next game on Wednesday, I believe, or Thursday, is against Victoria Pilsen in the Europa League. So it's not the hardest opposition. So we can play more of the fringe players. We know that, for example, Lindelof is back, and so I don't think we take much of a chance playing a lot of these players. And so Maguire for me tomorrow. I set up a team tomorrow. I don't know if you're going to go directly to it, but this is my preferred lineup for tomorrow's game. How I feel we will play. Just remove the comments. So if you see, I put Unana in goal, Martinez left centre back, Maguire centrally, and Masraoui on the right. Mostly because I think Ahmad has a better game when he has Masraoui, because Masraoui has intelligent movement. I think his passing ability is much better than we saw with the Ligt last game, and I think we can utilize Ahmad in the best way if we have Masraoui there. When it comes to Casemiro, I think based on the what Amarim said in the press conference, he talked about Ugarte needed a little bit of rest, so I think Casemiro will come in, and Casemiro has been good this season, so I don't have any problems with it. Mainu was suspended last game because of a yellow card, so I think he's back in the team. On the left wing back, that's one of the question mark for me. I see we have I put Dalot in here. I think Dalot can handle the amount of games, and I think that will be okay. The only option, as I see it, would be Garnacho or Anthony, maybe Malacia, but Malacia, I know he's been out for 1.5 seasons, so I will take it easy with him. Maybe let him sit this game off just to be on the secure side, not taking any chances with that guy. Coming back from a long injury like that, you got to be careful, really careful. And it's not about he just played 45 minutes against Arsenal, but I think that's maxing it out. 45 minutes is the max he can play for a 1 week, because he's been out. It takes a little bit of time, so I would rather be careful because we know how we are set on the left side. We need Malacia going forward, and we're going into a rough patch of games coming up with Spurs, Arsenal in the cup, Manchester City, and a lot of difficult games. So I think we need Malacia, and I actually think he had a good game in the first half against Saka. I saw the game a second time, and I think Malacia was one of the better players. When it comes to the number 10s, Garnacho, he played against Arsenal. Rashford was rested. He played a couple of minutes at the end of the game, so I would start Rashford. And what he said in the press conference, Ruben Amorim, about Bruno Fernandes, he recovers really fast. Makes me think that he will actually play Bruno and rest him in the Europa League game against Victoria Pilsen. So he will get a 1 week rest after this game. And on top, when it comes to Højlund was really knackered, I would say, after the Arsenal game. The last 10 minutes, he was a slugger. You can see his head was hanging. So I think he needs to start on the bench. And I would start Joshua Zirkzee, and I think Zirkzee is a good player, what I've seen in the last couple of games. So I would actually have no problem with starting Josh Zirkzee. So this is my team. I don't know, guys, how you feel.
My only problem is that I think Kobe and Casemiro can't stop. I would play Ugarte. Ugarte, they do fast transitions. Ugarte would be a must for me to start this game. I would play. You know what I think about Kobe? I think Kobe has played too much football too soon. He needs to still develop. I don't think he's got the legs to get back at. If they break through that midfield, the physicality needed. So I would take him out, and I would play Ugarte and Casemiro tomorrow. And I would take Diego Dalot out as well. He looks shattered. He's one of the weakest link in our team. He's become the weakest link from the guy who was the player of the season last season. He's become the weakest link. I think he's played far too much football. And
but would you risk it with Malacia then? Because I think he's our only option, or Garnacho.
Yeah, or even Anthony. I would try Anthony there. Tomorrow.
Yeah, but then you go against the what you have seen with Amorim so far, with one fullback and one winger in the wingback position.
Well, at the end of the day, we're at home, and I think you got to try it. Go for it. You're gonna have to try to go for it. That's the thing. The 3 points are the most important thing tomorrow.
But the biggest threat are the wingers, as we talked about. So we have to stop the crosses, because Chris Woods is incredible in the air.
We're not going to be able to stop the crosses. They cross sometimes. They don't even have to go down the byline to cross the ball. They cross the ball from 40 yards on the angle, on a diag to Chris Wood in the back post. So I just think he's a weak link, and I don't want to be carrying passengers at this moment in time. Diego Dalot is not playing well at all. He's not playing well at all, and he needs to be taken out. I would try Malacia there tomorrow. I would try Malacia or Anthony. Give Malacia and Anthony to share that position, depending on what's going on with the game. Maybe start Malacia and then, or start Anthony and bring on Malacia. That's what I would do. I agree to keep Ahmad with Mazraoui on this right-hand side. Rashford, definitely Zirkzee plays. Hoyland looks shattered. Maguire's a good idea. Maybe start him and then bring on De Ligt or Euro, one of those to come in. I mean, I don't know how De Ligt is after his bit of struggling with what happened to him against Arsenal. He was limping a little bit. So yeah, we're not going to know till 10:30 tonight what's come out in terms of the second part of the.
An option, but that no one has mentioned is actually playing Martinez on that left wing back, being the more defensive, stable guy, and play Lenny Euro as the left centre back. That's an option, just to like, if you want to go.
But he's been out for a long time. Euro's been out for a long time. I won't start him tomorrow. He's been out. We need to start bringing him on, and then take him out. But yeah. Condolences. We already said it at the beginning of the video, but condolences to Kathy Phillips. You know, she gave her life to Manchester United. So yeah, big up to her. Bumbaye, is there anything that you would change in it?
Martinez, that option, I don't know, Jarvis. Martinez, I don't visualize up, down, up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like what Martinez does to passes over the top for people like Delo when he's hard to pick up. I think he's been great at that against Ipswich and against Everton. I've seen it. Really nice. Another option, a new one, if you want to explore that, is you put Ahmad, you take Mino out this team, you put Ahmad where Fernandez is, and you move Fernandez down. And then you put Mazraoui there. You want to try Ahmad in a 10, and now you've got Euro in. Natural right side Euro. So that's an option for you. Or I think Jarvis is right. He will play Brune, and then he'll chill him out because it's a lesser game. Obviously, Mason Mount is not in that starting lineup. So he's also an option if you did want to rest Bruno. Simply put Mino out. That midfield is all right. But I think this game, I don't know much about Forest. When I've watched them, I've liked them. They attack. They're all young, fast. You know, they break lines. I see them how they go. So is that midfield got the agility to deal with these young bucks? I don't know, man. That's my only little concern. So maybe Minu out, Fernandez out, Mount there instead, and next to Cass. Ahmad goes where Fernandez is. Mazraoui moves where Ahmad is. And then you bring Euro in. There's your defensive cover. But, you know, you've got... I think that seems nice to me. And Delo on the left, yeah, could do Malacia. I think Mal looked like he wanted to get forward against Arsenal. He did go past the halfway line a few times, but, you know, 60 minutes was enough, I think, for him. But, you know, we've seen him. He can get up and he can get down. His work, his final product work is, you know, it needs a bit of help. It's not shit, but it needs a bit of help. So that is a possibility. That's an interesting team for me. I think Mazraoui where Ahmad is, Ahmad in field, bit more agility, you know, bit more tenacity next to Cass there. If you're going to leave Ugarte out. Euro comes in pretty nicely shored up that with Mazraoui and Euro on that right side, obviously. Maguire, yeah, if you're dealing with set pieces and stuff, Euro's got the pace to get him out of trouble if we need to. Or De Ligt.
Yeah.
In the air. But yeah, either one of those two. I think other than that, not bad.
But guys, how do you wish the game to be with this team? Nuno, Espírito Santos, and they're both Portuguese. I think they know each other. They have to be aware of each other. There's not that many your Portuguese managers managing at a European level outside Portugal. So they have to know their tactics, and I'm pretty sure that that they are influencing each other all the time, and they meet, I would say, occasionally.
I think this game is one where we're going to have to keep the ball well. Their bread and butter is transition. And Chris Wood is a lot faster than I thought. I don't know if you saw the chance he missed against City where he burst through. He left the defender, he's fast. I thought he was a bit cumbersome. He's pretty rapid, big strides. So they seem to really good, break lines, and they get men forward. Their wing backs are good as well. You got Murillo and Aina. They're lively. Them kids are lively. They like to get up there and get a ball in. So this is going to be a game, a dangerous game. We need to keep the ball well and not be dispossessed and get caught in transitions. If we are going to push a little bit high, which we are, naturally, that's what we want to do. So that's what I think we need to do. Feel our way into the game. And this Man United have had problems over the years with breaking down a mid to low block. That hopefully those fortunes will change. I'm looking for more penetration. And that ball that Martinez is playing, let's see if Euro plays or whoever plays on the right side of that can find a similar pass for guys like Ahmad. Because I'm only seeing it from Martinez so far on the left side. I haven't seen any of it on the right side. That's a really good and difficult run to pick up. Against Ipswich, we had a great opportunity, and against Arsenal as well. I think was it against Arsenal? Yeah, Dalot had the one opportunity where he was popped in. Was it over the top? Am I dreaming? I think so. But yeah, so that is a good thing. But again, man, I'm just excited for the game, and it's still early to take too much away. At a certain point, we will start saying, "Hang on a minute." You know what I mean? That wasn't great. We need to pick a few points up here because they've been dusted by 3 goals. Newcastle sworded them 3-1. City clipped them up 3. Arsenal gave them 3. We're not quite there with those, but if we're at home, Forest, it's I'd like a win, to be honest with you. I mean, against Arsenal, we took a draw before the game, but a win would be nice. They are conceding goals. They're on the bounce of, like Jarvis said, a few, rocky results. So it's there. Let's see what Rubes can do.
Yeah, big up. I don't want this to happen. I need us to keep Toby Collier. I rate him. I think he's got energy. I think he's been injured. That's why I'm not seeing him on the training ground pictures or anything like that. So I genuinely want to keep him. I think we need the legs in midfield. He's got energy, power. He's quite good on the ball, quite tidy. Jose Mourinho.
Shots fired.
Guardiola said something to me yesterday. He won 6 trophies. Jose Mourinho, Guardiola said something to me yesterday. He won 6 trophies and I won 3. But I won fair and cleanly. If I lost, I want to congratulate my opponent because he was better than me. I don't want to win dealing with 150 lawsuits.
Listen, don't play with fire, man. Mourinho is pure fire. He'll just destroy you. Did you guys see, by the way, Pep Guardiola lost his shit on Twitter?
Nah, listen.
That was
No, that was in the summer. That was in the summer after the FA Cup final. That wasn't. Yeah.
Still though, what's going on there? Man's not happy, man.
Yeah. Big up. Yeah. Nothing new. Roy Keane going on Rashford. He slipped, man. He made a mistake. He slipped. And it wasn't just him. Everybody was shit defending the fucking team. Yeah, it is what it is.
Keane's jumping the gun already.
Yeah, Ras, the lot Play Anthony, drop Bruno, put Ugarte in the 6, and Murray in the 8, and start Euro centre back, Malacia left back instead of Leacher. Okay.
Left centre back, Malacia. Oh, interesting.
But guys, this predicted lineup is what we believe that Amorim will put out
Will
there,
do,
and
100%. From
and,
what he's saying in the press conference.
So I would be surprised that if we don't start this team. But the only, as I said, my only concerns are Dalot, and I agree with Noradin when you talk about Dalot. He's looked like a shadow of himself this season. He looks overplayed, a little bit tired, a little bit sloppy, I don't think it benefits him playing on the left. I think he's a right footer, and that's his main position. So starting Malacia, I have no problem with starting Malacia, but for me, I'm just concerned about the injury, and we know it takes a lot of time. We all saw Luke Shaw coming back, and again he fooled us all, and our hopes went a little bit up. Oh, look, Luke Shaw come back, and he had a great cameo coming on for 30 minutes in his first game. Passing ability looks great, and then again he's injured. So for me, I would be extremely cautious with this long-term injury players coming back, and the same goes for Leniero actually. So that's why I wouldn't start him. I will give him time. I don't care. Why do we want to rush them back? They have been out for so many months. There's no. What's the point?
Sorry, who is Kath Pips?
Worked for Manchester United for 6 decades or something like that. Ridiculous amount of time.
What did she do there?
She was the receptionist in the training ground. She used to be at the Cliff and then Carrington.
Wow, so she's seen it all, man.
She's seen it all.
Yeah, she'll be a big loss. Rest in peace.
Yeah, and I just want to say Monday 9 p.m. I will do the Jarvis Corner, and Stu just texted me and said he has invited ex-Man United player Phil Mars, who will come on, and we will actually talk a lot about Kath and pay tribute to her. So nice. It will be a good show, and remember she was a legend in the reception.
Sounds like a good show, man.
Yeah, she's a legend. Yeah, she's a real legend of Manchester United. All the players loved her. Everybody says some warm things about her. So everybody appreciated her. Proper Man United through and through, basically. Yeah. So let's get into.
I don't know if you have any. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, go ahead, Jarvis. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
Yeah, I don't know if you have much planned for this show, but I have a couple of things we can talk about if you like.
Go ahead, Jarvis.
There came something out today with Onana, and it's quite interesting. It's the stat of the season, and if you guys see here, this is the shot stopping of Europe's goalkeepers, and can I enhance it a little bit? Let's see if you can guys see it. So you see here, Onana is on top, and second is De Gea. So those are the 2 best shot stoppers in all of Europe this season. So I just wanted to give Onana some tribute, because I think he's been doing really good this season, and I don't know what happened to him, because he looks so much more secure, and he looks much quicker. His reflexes are better. He looks more, I would say, flexible when he drops down to stop shots. He looked very stiff last season. He couldn't move, and now something has happened. So I don't know, guys. How do you see this? Do you think why do we see this incredible turnaround with Onana?
Do you know? You want to take that? I'll go. Form, I guess. Maybe he's a little bit more comfortable now. Molded into the role. I think he's always been. As a team, I like the way he shouts and he organizes at the back. And maybe he's improving. Maybe he's hitting some form. Maybe he's feeling a bit relaxed. I don't really know anything about Andre Onana apart from that Champions League final. That is all I know about him. Nothing else. it took David De Gea a bit of time. If you remember, he became
Mm.
amazing for us. It took Edwin van der Sar, I think, had a shaky start. No, at United. Um, so sometimes this can happen, and then it just clicks, and you know what's expected. You get used to it, and you start playing. One thing with Andre and you're right. He's making big saves. His positioning is a bit better. He does look a little bit more um, faster, quicker. Um, Before he was snatching at everything. He reminded me a little bit of that guy that Arsenal sold, the one before Raya, and a little bit like Jordan of Everton. They snatch at things a little bit. He was doing that before. He's not doing as much of that now. But when he's called, he's there. Um, and I've never had any complaints really about Onana with his feet. I think he's second best and only to Edison, I think,
Mm.
in the
But,
league.
but but the follow-up question is: do you think he can keep this going,
He has
or
to.
is this just the peak of form and this is the best we get, and then he will drop back to his former performances?
Well, he has to. He has no choice. Just like all the other players, Jarvis, they have to improve. They have to play better consistently as well. Goalkeepers are, when they make a mistake, inevitably it can lead to a goal. So if he's going to be the number one at Man U, he has to continue like this.
Hmm.
I don't think what he's doing is absolutely breathtaking, but it's great. This is goalkeeping without fear,
But he looks
without
more solid.
mistakes. Yeah,
I trust him more, but he looks more solid. I'm not
you hit the nail
really
on the head.
nervous every time
You
he
hit
gets the ball. Or
you hit the nail on the head, bro.
yeah.
He's trust. Before you were wary all the time, bit jittery. Now he seems like he's there. I trust him more, and I think that. I mean, I don't know what you guys are central midfielders. Um, when your keeper's a bit wonky, I don't know how you guys feel. And if you're a defender and your keeper's a bit wonky, you want to play your game knowing he knows what he's doing,
Hmm.
and we're all right. So yeah, trust is a little bit better. I have to say he took a lot of heat, but now he's doing well. And if he
Hmm.
continues like this, I think we can focus on other areas and say we've got a dependable goalkeeper, and that would be a good thing.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I just want to say, as you know, when I was a player myself, I grew up with a guy, and we played together on since we were 7 years old, 6 years old, and his name was his name is Preben. Preben is the same as Preben Elkjær, if you know remember the Danish player who played in the 80s, beginning of the 90s.
Preben.
Same first name, and he was a fantastic goalkeeper, and I trusted that guy with my life every time. He was a big guy, calm, and he had good control with his feet. He used to be a goalkeeper, but sometimes he didn't want to be in goal. He wanted to play as a striker. So sometimes when we played for the second team, he get to play as a striker a couple of times, and he was actually quite good as a striker. He scored a lot of goals.
Mm.
So I don't know if you had some guys like that in your team, and playing with a goalkeeper that you trust with your life 100%. You have no problems as when you defend, opening up the goalkeeper corner and just defending the first post, for example, and you trust him all the time to when they shout my ball, goalkeeper, something like that, you just stop because you know they will be there. And playing with a goalkeeper like that, that's night and day, and when you play with a goalkeeper you don't trust, it's a whole different game. You are anxious, you worry, you don't want to play the ball back to the goalkeeper, you don't trust the goalkeeper at all. So I maybe it's that the players are starting to trust Ronaldo a little bit more also. It takes a little bit of time to get to know your goalkeeper.
I mean, ordinarily, as Nuruddin told you last time, I wasn't really involved with the keeper. I didn't even know. I was too far away, not defending, to have a chat with him. So, but I started off playing as a attacking left back. That was where I started football. Um, and I used to like goalkeepers that were my eyes.
Yeah.
I used to say to him, be be our eyes. Tell me what is happening. What's going on? Tell us what the hell do you see? Organize us. And I think that is a great goalkeeper. The one that doesn't speak much. He's a good keeper, but he doesn't tell us what's going on, what he sees, or what we're missing. Good keepers do. Be our eyes, especially when we're under the cosh, man, and people are flying through midfield and shit. We need to know. Help us, because you're going to get to see the entire game. Sometimes the game is ahead of me. Sometimes the game is coming behind me. You lose your man, whatever. You be our eyes. I used to always say to our goalkeeper when I was playing at left back. I think that's a good keeper, man. That's communication in football, man, is one of the most important things ever. You can have top players, but if they don't talk, especially off the ball, switching men, follow him, pick him up, telling each other what we're missing and what we're seeing, constantly talking, then, man, it's no good. And a lot of people don't have a voice on the pitch, and that is not good for the team. And that's one thing I like about Dino. He does not stop. You know what I mean? He leads, but he sees it from midfield like this. Pick him up. You need that, man. You need that. Players behind you should be your eyes. If you're tracking men and you need switch men, natural. You've got to talk. So I think communication is massive, bro. So yeah, keeper wise, I've never played with any phenomenal keepers. I wouldn't say amazing like trusting with my life, but we had good keepers. Good guys, and some were really good communicators and helped us out a lot to avoid things. So that's what I'd say about keeper, man. About you,
Yeah,
Dino.
big up. Yeah, big up. Unana, I don't rate him. I never rated him. I never got gassed about him coming to Manchester United. I was telling everybody he's not the right guy. This season so far, he's silencing me, and big up to him for that. I'm still a huge doubter of him. I think when the ball is hit low and close to his body, he can't save him. What things he's got really good at is the way he comes out and closes the angle down. Yeah. And he's made some incredible, fantastic saves this season that saved Manchester United points. Yeah. So big up to him. So a lot of players, it's the second season syndrome. So second season, they become better. A lot of players, the first season they struggle to acclimatize to the league, to the food, the weather, everything that's with England or Manchester. So it takes sometimes time for everybody to settle. And if their outside life is happy, then their football is going to show it. So definitely, I am definitely not going to be out here. I like to think of myself being fair.
Yeah, but there's nothing better than being proven wrong when they comes to this. We all want them to succeed. This is it.
We went to a game, and he was playing. It was such a shit performance under Ten Hag. I can't remember who we were playing to. We went to this game, and he's the only one stood up and he's screaming to Anthony, "Prove me wrong, you dickhead! Prove me wrong!" The people all around us were amused by just Dino. The only guy stood up screaming, "Prove me wrong! Go on!" He didn't prove him wrong.
It's fashion. It's fair. It's a fair comment.
Yeah.
But speaking about Anthony, how do you think he will come under this Amorim system? We've seen him in small snippets.
Well, according to Platty Goal, people are going to listen to offers for him in January for a loan.
Anthony is still playing Anthony football, even in the cameos. Anthony's got to break out.
The culture is different. AMFN.
He's got to break out, Jarvis, Dino, guys, of that Anthony thing. You know what I mean? You've got a good work rate. You can be quite ball secure. And when you cut inside, there is a hammer of a left foot there. Well, Anthony, I don't know what it is. He's playing a little bit like he's playing at the local five-a-side. just play professional football is what I'd say to him.
Yeah.
Somebody tell him, teach him the game. He's got ability, he's got tenacity, he's got fight in him, good attributes, good characteristics that can be utilized, let's say, in a fullback position. He's got trickery. There are good attributes in Anthony, but I think Ruben Amorim spoke about they understand the game. It's a game. It's a game. It's not the local game that I play now. It's not that. It's the professional game of football now. Do you know what I mean? Where everything is margins. You've got to get this stuff right. Keep it simple, get good at the fundamentals, and then start to give us your, the pirouettes and whatever else you want to give. There's a time, there's a place for it. Even Garnacho is actually, I'd say, ahead of Anthony in terms of the game, or the understanding of professional football. I just watched this cameo, and it was like just watching the old Anthony again. He's got to move on. He's still young. He can learn, but he's got to open his eyes and his head a little bit, his brain. I've got no issues with him at all, honestly. On a personal, I like him. I think there are good things there, but you've got to know when to do this. Whatever it is you're going to do, you've got to know when to pull the trigger. You've got to know when to give it. You've got to know when to make a run to open up the space. I'm not just asked about you, always cutting inside and people want you. Yeah, that's fine. You need to do that. But it's a lot more than that. Anthony plays Anthony football. Just watch him. He sticks out a little bit. You've got to start understand this is a team game. You are a cog in a machine. And I think that's what's actually missing from him. I don't know if I'm articulating what I feel about him. I just feel he's not in synthesis with the overall plan. And he has to become in synthesis with the plan. And then he will start to shine a little bit, because there is ability there, but he's not doing it. He doesn't have a good picture in his head of the game. It's confined to his own little bubble on that pitch.
But for me, I think he needs to be a little bit more humble in the way he presents himself and how he plays football, and he needs to be open and willing to learn and to improve, because you will never improve if you're not willing to learn. And then you have to be a little bit more humble. I think I think he looks a little bit too arrogant, and I think a lot of coaches struggle getting through to him. And I don't know why he insists doing it his way all the time, but he should be more open to inputs and try to change his game a little bit, to be, as you said, more professional, not taking all these chances, dribbling, and he's good keeping the ball, and he has his strengths, but he has his obvious weaknesses, and I think that's the coach's job to pick them off, Anthony, pick away the weaknesses and get him to be a good footballer, because he's not been a good footballer at Man United.
Yeah, exactly right. I think the humble part, you might be right as well about that.
No, listen, I don't mind if it's not humble or not, as long as you're doing it on the football pitch. But he doesn't do it. He doesn't back it up. But
I think though,
listen, we'll come back to Anthony.
The humility thing, Dino, got to be willing to learn and be less of an individual.
Yeah, 100%, not 100%. But for me, if you're doing it, you're doing it. But he's not doing it on the football pitch. Listen. Do you think the boys can bounce back tomorrow? Go ahead, Sean. Do you think we can bounce back tomorrow? What do you think the score's gonna be?
Do I think so? Yes. Is that what I'm expecting? Also, yes. I believe in this manager, and I like what I hear from him every time he speaks. So I think every time I've seen this United play under Amorim, we've been better than the last game. And he seems very conscious of the improvements. Basically, we're getting exactly so far what he has promised us, which is an idea. Not always pleasing to the eyes, not always effective in terms of the results, but the idea is taking shape. I think the players are getting more and more familiar with what he's asking them to do. So yeah, for me, there's actually also no excuse that we can be accepting from the manager at this point in time. The season is on. We are in the middle of the season right now, so it's 3 points or bust. We're in the bottom half of the table. I think while we're enjoying this experimentation and feeling good about it, I think what many United fans will be willing to accept in terms of the outcome of the season. I think we would like the team to be higher up on the table, and 3 points tomorrow, I think, is an important step in that direction.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, bro. Tomorrow there is a good chance to bounce back. It's not like we would, it was a disgrace at Arsenal. There was a lack of penetration. It was a little bit underwhelming, but in the main, first half competed. Kept them at bay. It was 2 set pieces in the end that took the game away from us. And there were moments where a little bit better pass quality, but better from Højlund bringing others into the game. Then the game is in front of us. Maybe something materializes. So it wasn't away at Arsenal here we're talking, man. After 4 games, it's not. So that's all right. It's not something that they should be distraught about. Okay, this is what we did wrong. This is what we did right. This is what we're going to continue to do. Let's go and get 3 points at Forest. Very doable. That should be the attitude. Put that behind you. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to eat anybody's dinner at this stage. Let's keep going, man. Keep working. Keep improving. And we are improving. There are good signs.
The interesting thing for me is that the honeymoon phase is over for Amorim and for everybody right now.
It's
Because
over.
It's over. It's welcome to the Premier League. This is going to be a tough game against Nottingham Forest, basically. And Amorim looked. I think him personally has been on a very decent win record, I think, this year. And I think this is his first loss in a long time. So I think he's in for a bit of a rude awakening with how good Nottingham Forest would be tomorrow. So I really hope we can win, but I think the standard has to be nothing but 3 points. Because I'm curious to see what lessons he has learned from this defeat. Do we see Rashford starting? Who does he start in 2 10s behind the striker? Does he start Ahmad in now that we have Euro back and Martinez back and Delete available as well? Will we finally see Ahmad higher up front? Play Mazraoui as right wing back, sorry, so that Ahmad can play further up front, because we have the options now. And if Euro is fit, if Licha is back, and if Delete is available, with Maguire as well, there's no need to have Ahmad chasing Elanga all game. Put him up front where he can actually do damage. So I'm really curious to see what lessons this manager takes from the previous games. The arguments for Mason Mount as number 10 makes sense in that he covers a lot of ground. But what else does he give us? Do we lose something by playing Bruno further away from the goal as well? Just like Ahmad, are we better off having Bruno be closer to the striker? What do we do with Rashford? I think lots of people were clipping up the mistake, I would call it, that he made for the second goal. What do we do with him or with Garnacho, or with any of the options we have? So I'm particularly curious to see what Amorim changes coming into this game tomorrow. I think that's what I'm going to be watching the most. Okay, what lessons does he learn from the first 4 games, basically, right? Because we won, we've drawn, and now we've lost, in a kind of a deflating way. So yeah, that's a really interesting angle I'm looking for.
But do you think we get deflated by losing against Arsenal away? No one expected us to win, and I think Amorim learned a lot from this game. At least I did when I did my analysis of the game, and I think there was a lot of things that we could have done better. And these players get exposed for me when it comes to the quality of the players. We can do it. With wipes against Bodø/Glimt and Everton, that are lesser team than Arsenal. But when we meet bigger opposition, better opposition, we have less time on the ball. Our decision making is terrible time after time and consistently, especially in the second half when we were put under pressure by this Arsenal team. a lot of these players reverted back to basics, what we have seen under Ten Hag, and then that was for me. It was a dreadful performance when I saw it the second time. I wasn't aware of all that happened. After the first watch, but when I saw it the second time,
Jarvis, I'm curious, right? Let's go through the possible lessons. Malacia at left wing back or Dalot.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it, but for me, based on what Amorim said, I think he will go with Dalot. I think Dalot is one of his most trusted players. He's Portuguese, and he gives his best in every game, and we know that he has the stamina and he can play actually game after game. He can recover pretty quick and perform at a decent level. And when it comes to those injured players, as I mentioned earlier, Euro, Mason Mount, Luke Shaw, and now Malacia, I think we have to be careful and just ease them really slowly into the team. But when it comes to quality, I think Malacia had a great first half. I think he played against the best winger in the Premier League at the moment, maybe Saka, and he put him in check. So I would say he did a good job.
What about the opposing side? And I mean, Buma and Ruben jump in, because I think for me, as I was saying, like that's the lessons I'm really interested, because for me, Malacia gave us width. I agree with you that he had a good game. I think the width that he offers us is very important, even though like his delivery sucks, like he's terrible, like in possession, but he gets into good, I think, positions. I'm not sure what we get with Dalot in terms of maybe energy or the occasional dribble is worth just how careless he is with the ball and out of possession sometimes. And you know, the opposite side, as I was saying, like I think Mazraoui, let's put because I trust him in attack and defense. And I don't need Ahmad, like, you know, chasing, like I said, Elanga this whole time. So I'm really curious, like, you know, what the lessons I think people are drawing from the first few games are, and the starting 11s, I guess, that you pick.
Yeah. I don't know if Bobaye or Nordin wants to answer that.
Sorry,
I was
Sean,
listening to Amarin's second part of the embargo section. No, the point that I want to make about tomorrow is that a lot of people, I agree with Jamie Wayne, a lot of people are going to underestimate Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest had a fantastic start to the season. They're full of goals, they're full of beans. If you take out the two results in the last two games, they've been competitive. And they've had chances in those games as well, the two games that they've lost. So, to me, it's not going to be an easy game tomorrow. I think Manchester United have to work their socks off to bounce back from that, and we have to score goals against a team. And, you know, it's not easy to score against Nuno Espirito Santos teams. I think the third consecutive game where they're going to concede goals, I think he's going to tighten it up. I think he's going to try to play mid to low block tomorrow. And I think he's going to try to hit us on a counter. And I think it's a banana skin moment game. This game's not going to be easy unless we get an early goal first, and then but if they score first, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be, I guarantee you, it's going to be a fucking very long day. So people be aware. You heard it here first. I expect Manchester United to win maybe 2-1. Get your scores in though. Let me know, guys, because I'm really tired. I've got a bit of a banging headache, so I really want to try to finish early. Bumbaye, what music
sounds like
you
a party
playing?
about to start.
Sorry, boys.
Bumbaye, man, come on.
Apologies.
The video can be taken down because of copyright, man. Don't play music, bro. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to finish the show, but if you have like 5 minutes, I want to go through a little bit what we saw in the Arsenal game, if it's okay with you.
Yeah.
Some things that happened because I just want to bring this up, and I can go through it with you. This is a transition chance in the 27th minute of the game, and you see here Malacia is on the ball, and Garnacho is sprinting forward. So the partnership with Garnacho and Malacia, I didn't think it was particularly good in this game.
No.
And you see here Malacia coming up with the ball, and the thing is, when you do a run like this, for example, let's see if I can draw a line here. The run from Garnacho needs to be clear. He needs to explode and sprint and drag the defender out for Malacia to open up space for him to run into. But you also see Arsenal here is extremely good tracking back with 1,
Solid.
2, 3, 4 guys on a transition. And this is the difference when you play against a better team like Arsenal compared to Bodø Glimt or Everton, for example. So when you see the next picture, you see here Garnacho coming on that run, but he's not exploding. It's more like doing his job. They have been doing this in training under Amorim. They have been drilling, but they're not doing it. The timing is not right. So the chance, he opens up a little bit of space. You see here, but they are surrounded by Arsenal players. There's no way to go. So this is a little bit of difference. You have to mean it. Garnacho, when he wants the ball in that particular area, he needs to explode, make it difficult for the opposition. So
if you go back just to one slide,
yeah.
Again, one more again. Yeah. So
yeah, this is the beginning of the tactics.
No. Go back. Yeah. This one here. Look where Højlund is. Højlund, the center half is getting distracted. He should have run into that space to give.
I agree with that.
You should have pushed higher up.
To smash that ball or whip that ball into that
give
space.
Malacia option.
The little space is there for him for
because
Højlund to run into.
The line is here, so Højlund should have been here. I would say,
yes,
more higher up.
Yes.
So push them up and stretch.
See this picture. See this picture here. This was the game. I said in our post match, there were never any overloads. There was a lot of isolation. In this kind of moments, you had these moments, but I was waiting for the reinforcements to join more, and that help was never forthcoming. And this is how you found yourself constantly. Malacia saw this position a few times, but it ended up in isolation.
Yeah.
And that's because the balance needed to be realigned. This was the story of the game. All the time it was like, this was the story of the game. And you can't expect miracles. We're crowded out. Declan Rice is right there. Look at how he's caught. Højlund is caught in the pockets. Now, you're right. There's got to be runs made. There's no point in you waiting there for the ball. You're not going to do anything even if you get it. We're isolated. Look where Bruno is. The whole thing behind them.
So this is the end of the attack. You see, he walks himself into a trap. There's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
Here. Arsenal didn't even follow Garnacho because they knew he's not dangerous when he's out there alone.
Well, even if he gets it at this point, are you going to start making the runs now? What are you going to do? Bruno is the only option.
The next picture is here. So he receives the ball and it ends there. We have no threat, and you see all the United players. We not even come up to the 18-yard box line. So we're not a threat, and this was the game for me. So, but it's also about Arsenal defending in an excellent way. Look how many men under the transition: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in this area. So they were really tracking back, and this is our transition, and we're a good transitional team. But
Jarvis, like the points you made about like moving or running like you mean it, like you want it. I think that really counts for what we saw. And I think for me, it looks like fear. It looks like a team that was trying their hardest to stay in position, to maintain their shape, to not give much away, because we're away at Arsenal. Ooh, right? And I think like all that's reflected exactly in what you're seeing here. And hopefully, once they get more familiar with the system and they get a bit more like courage, we win a few more games, the players get a pep in their step, basically, and they become more adventurous.
Yeah. I just want to say this is a second situation, but this is opposite, because now we have Garnacho on the ball, and Malacia is the guy who is going to open up space. This is and here you see also Malacia, but his run, it's rehearsed, but he doesn't mean it. He don't know how exactly do it. He's thinking before he reacts. Okay, I need to make a run, and the run is what I'm doing now. Okay, give me some. Yeah, so the run is here, but you look at his body position and how he runs. It doesn't mean it. He's jogging in a way. He's in the third gear, accelerating. He's not in first gear. So this is one of the problems. And you see the next picture. He doesn't even fulfill his run. He stops with the defender because the defender just takes him out in the body, and Garnacho stops. He sees this and plays the ball back again.
Yeah.
So
if you go back one, it would have been perfect for Højlund to come short there. So Zuma, Højlund there to come short into this space here, to come into this and get it to feet. And then hopefully have two people running. If Malacia was able to get on the other side, he could play him in, but he's too static because he's been running a lot and he's too static.
Do you know what? I was going to
say, if you've got the players here wide with the ball, always we were coached. A striker has to give you an option. He can't just stand there and wait for the fucking ball. He's got to come to the ball and show for the ball and attract people here, right? So if he drops into this space here, he could just free if he doesn't get physically checked. Other than just stay there.
Do you know what I would do? Looking at this picture now, this was the game. Our players don't want to go into the Lions' Den. That's the Lions' Den. Look at the 4. This was the story of the game. You would never, ever were able to get reinforcements up quick enough. And even when we bought some time, the reinforcements were not forthcoming. What has to happen? What happens to happen here? If you scroll out a bit, Højlund needs to make a run in behind. But if that was somebody else, not Garnacho, just dink a ball. Like, well, I wish I was there to show you. There, dink the ball there.
Yes,
dink the ball there.
But
make
Bruno
the run.
Bruno should be higher up the pitch in this instance. Because maybe Malacia is the guy who Masraoui is the guy who should be overlapping, and Malacia should be threatening this.
You see, all this stuff you're saying is right, but you know, in this game, you're gonna just bypass that. Yep. Give him a sense of danger. Put the ball there for Højlund to run.
The way I see that, do you know what I mean? Is that, like, I think there's a lot of emphasis on retaining possession, right, from Amorim. And I think you could see in the game that they were erring on the side of caution a lot of the time, going back, keeping it safe, keeping it between Maguire, Delita, and Masraoui, in the back. What Amorim said, I think, was instructive in that what they've been able to rehash, like some walking games where they were try and practice the formation and the system, but do it like walking basically, because they haven't had time. And all they've been able to do so far, I think, is largely defensive side of things. They haven't been able to train. Now, that can be an excuse. I think it's an acceptable excuse, after only 4 games. But I think, the more trainings that like we get, I think you get to see the attacking patterns of play show up more and more. Because so far, what they're able to do for the most part is keep the ball and maintain that shape that that they've been taught.
But you see here, it's I would say it's 4 against 4 if they want to commit them. But they don't. They want to play it safe. They want to keep a little bit of distance. But what I would like also is one of the biggest problems here is Højlund. He should be he should be a player that the Arsenal defenders. You look at him. He is able to cover for these guys. So there's always a cover. Højlund should be binding up these 2 center backs by himself.
Yeah, he should be moving
around, making it difficult for them. But when you stand still, you don't move. You make it easy for the defenders. There's no problem defending like this. This is my living room, but no, my house. By the way, I took a picture in the morning. I saw there was a beautiful.
That's really nice.
It's beautiful, bro.
Yeah. But now it's the sun doesn't get over the horizon, but this is the exact moment where we don't see the sun anymore. So now it's only behind the horizon.
Jarvis, it makes sense that you're such a chill guy. That totally tracks.
Yeah. But this is another thing in the 47th minute. It's the beginning of the second half, and that was when everything turned. This is when we are playing out from the back. You see Onana here on the ball. Arsenal, they are not pressing. You see they are relaxed, just keeping us out of centrally. They just want us to play the ball wide. Yeah, okay, Nordin. Maguire comes here with the ball. You see him going forward with it. The next picture, you see him passing it long to Ahmad, because he was a right winger. And this is what I saw was a big problem in the second half, because we gave the ball away. Ahmad takes down the ball. He has great technique. He had no problems with this. He passes the ball back into De Ligt, and look at Ahmad's body language. Look at his arm.
He wants it back.
He wants it back. He wants the ball back. He wants to keep possession. He wants the ball in this area. And De Ligt, what do you do with the ball? Because this is what we have when we have De Ligt and not Masraoui on the right center back. Because as I told you, the wide center backs are the playmakers. De Ligt reverts to the default position, the 47th minute, beginning of the second half, when it all turned. Look at Ahmad again. He wants the ball. He opens up his body. He wants the ball. There's no problem for Ahmad receiving the ball in this area. You see here, if the ball comes here, he can easily pass a bounce pass into Ugarte.
And the game opens up.
Run. And we did it against Everton. Played out from the back and played in tight positions. But now you see the ball long. And this is a big problem, as I saw it in the second half. Ahmad really frustrating, shouting he wants the ball. The ball is here in the air over Ahmad's head. And you know, Arsenal play with the high back line. Højlund is trying to run, but you know, Arsenal had no problems getting that ball and came with the second wave. And this was the second half beginning. They came wave after wave because we didn't keep possession. We didn't do what we were planned, playing out from the back. Again, De Ligt receives the ball from Onana. You see the minute, 51 minute, beginning of the second half, 0-0. Hoofs it up again. See the ball goes here. And
you don't think that was an instruction?
Give away the ball, and Arsenal takes it down and comes with the second wave. So I can go on and on with this and give you hundreds of examples with the same thing happening, especially in the second half and the beginning of the second half, when Arsenal cemented the game. And for me, I think this must be extremely frustrating from Amorim watching, seeing the players doing mistakes after mistakes, but it's small details that makes the game.
Did you feel that Arsenal turned up the tempo and the screw in the second half?
Yeah, they did. I agree.
When the tempo of Arsenal in the first half was less than what I expected, but we played well. They turned the screw second half and pushed on a lot more, and were a bit more aggressive in the press. And I started to feel a little bit of a fear factor in my gut, and I was starting to say, go long, because we're not having a lot of success here. It's safer to just go long. So in that regard, I think it fell short. You know, Arsenal, man, we're still working, and that was always my concern. If Arsenal do what Arsenal do, are we going to be able to handle it, or are we going to have to go long? Now, the team you want to watch that dealt with a press, forget that second half. Arsenal pressed Tottenham 10 times worse straight away in the first half, if you watched the last time they played each other. And I have never seen a team deal with the press so well like Postecoglou's Tottenham. They took risks. It was touch and go. But it was an amazing. The press was amazing, and how they got out with them, it was amazing. We're not there. Lenny Yoro will affect that, I think. Lenny Yoro will probably pass Ahmad that ball that you're looking at there.
Yeah,
but I agree with what you're saying about Lenny Yoro, right? And I was trying to say that, like, I don't envy Spurs. I don't envy Tottenham for anything whatsoever. Especially not Mr. Inconsistent. And like, he's about to, you know how Pep is losing it. I know you guys seen that video of Pep about to fight somebody in the street. I think Ange is going to be like that pretty soon. Tottenham fans like that is the emotional roller coaster that they've been on. I don't know how much longer it can go. So I don't envy him for anything. I think secondly, I don't mind going long. I do not mind going long. I think that's a legitimate route in football. I don't agree that that you have to always play out of the back, whatever. Kick the ball up front and chase after it. That is a tried and tested approach in football when you're not able to play. And in that point in time, you need players who are able to one fight for the ball, so win their 50-50 duels. And secondly, like you need players that are able to get after the second balls. Right. So yeah, go long sometimes. Hoyland just needs to do better in those battles that he gets to with defenders. And we need people to be more aggressive in challenge and in 50-50 positions. But I think it's legitimate away at Arsenal or away at Liverpool or away at City when we get there, to all those places to go long. Go long. Let somebody knock the ball down and then chase after it.
Yeah. And Postecoglou, he has no mercy. He wants to play his way, and I think Amorim is the same, has the same mentality. And I think these players has been. I think they have been talking about this. What happened, especially in the beginning of the second half. I can just bring this one again. You see, the 51 minute, 58 seconds into the game, we have control of possession. Onana is here, and Masraoui receives the ball again. You see here is actually it's this time it's Garnacho dropping down, who wants to receive the ball from Masraoui. But what I see as a problem with a player like Garnacho in the 10, he can't shield the ball. You see, the defender is tight, but you see his body positioning is open. He's not in control of the defender. So it's about, again, the hot potato. He doesn't know what to do with the ball. It's difficult. He comes in a difficult position because he do the run because Amorim told him that's the timing you have to drop down because that's the space, but he doesn't know what to do in this situation.
Do you know who I would love to be in that position? Kobe Manu or
Kobe Manu, for example. So you see, then again, we lose the ball. So even when we try to play out, not hoof it, we didn't have the connection with Masraoui and Garnacho on the left. And we didn't have the chemistry with the Ligt and Dallo on the right. So this was also a big problem, how I saw the game, because we kept losing the ball over and over again. We couldn't keep possession, playing out from the back, being in control of the game. So this, again, we lost the ball. Another thing you see here, we are in possession. Maguire has the ball, plays it back to Onana. 56th minute, Arsenal have just scored their first goal. Onana is on the ball, plays it out to Dallo. Dallo receives the ball on the wing, the same position as Ahmad had in previous thing I showed you. But he doesn't know what to do. He's under pressure. He can't keep possession. He has a left foot, so he has to go. I don't know why he keeps going inside and he loses the ball. And Arsenal, you see, they are extremely high, aggressive. So for me, it's nothing wrong with the tactics, what we're trying to do, but it comes down to the quality of the players because the tempo is higher. You don't get half a meter, you get 10 centimeters from the defender. You don't have time to think, and you have to act and do the right things all the time. And you get extremely punished every time you try to do something creative.
So, I mean, it looks like Amorim is looking from those two number 10s. He wants people who have the energy to press for pretty much 70 minutes before you get subbed. And also are adept at receiving the ball with back to goal, holding off the player that is marking you. So basically, Luka Modric on steroids is what I'm looking for in those 10s. I don't know if I can imagine Kobe there, and I like the idea, but I don't know if Kobe is better suited deeper, or if we cannot just find like the horses for courses in games like this. I'm really curious, to hear, you guys' starting 11 for for Nottingham Forest, right? And that's what I was getting at before, with lessons that we possibly have learned from the past few games.
Yeah, I don't know, Bumboye. How do you see? Do you think Mainu can play in the 10? Can he be a number 10?
Yeah, he can be. I think he can
Is he a
be.
playmaker?
He's intricate. He's an intricate player. He's comfortable on the ball. He's got good qualities. He can score a goal. We've seen him finish. You can try him in the 10. Those two positions there behind the striker, they're my favourite, most interesting parts of the field, to be honest. So many options there. Bruno, Mount, Rashford. Ahmad's not been really tried there. Kobe Mainu, why not? Give him a shout. Give him a hit there. Kobe's a classy player, man. He's
Yeah.
You enjoy what he's classy, the way he just takes it in his stride, really classy player. But football, man, a lot of football these days is about systems, and I don't know why. I have to be honest. Under Ten Hag, Kobe's one of the first names on the team sheet. Now, at the moment, not so much. He's not a guaranteed starter anymore for me in this team because I think we need different things. When I think of Kobe playing next to Casemiro or Ugarte, yeah, there is a positive there. Get moves going, ball secure, bring others into play, smart. But I don't know. There's a little bit of a lack of tenacity, man, a lack of solidity, a lack of robustness. He's still a young boy. And in the middle of that pitch, sometimes maybe you need that. This is why I say Mason Mount. I'm not telling you Mason Mount is classy like that. Mason Mount can play though, can give you one touch and stuff. But Mason Mount, bro, is one of those energetic guys. He's got some tenacity about him. He covers ground quick. He's agile. He's pretty robust player. I know he's getting injured a lot, but that quality is why I said, yeah, I'd play Mason Mount where Bruno played against Arsenal. Get around the pitch, man. Put a shift in. He puts that shift in. Pressing from the front didn't really do shit for us anyway. We needed guys to pick that ball up and maybe break lines a little bit or give us a bit more in the middle. I don't blame Bruno. It's not easy to play Arsenal the way that they played. So that's it, really. I'm still, to be honest,
my thing with
just.
My thing with Mr. Mouse is that, like, I only ever see him chasing the ball. Like, he runs around a lot, right? He gets into good positions. He blocks, he tackles. Chances are, if we're winning the ball high up in the pitch, it's because Mr. Mount is involved, some or the other, and there's something to be said for that. But I think there's also something to be said for wanting Kobe Mino to get the ball. Like, as much as possible, I want Kobe on the ball. Because in tight positions, chances are he's going to come out with it, either by dribbling somebody or by passing. Like Ahmad, he's comfortable receiving the ball in any position on the pitch. So we want him high up front, involved in the play somewhere, somehow. And somebody has to give, right? So, like, yeah, let me just call my own. I would have Onana, Dalot, Martinez since he's back, Delete, Lenny Euro at the right center back, Mazraoui, Ugarte, Bruno, then in center of midfield, Ahmad, Kobe, and then Højlund up front.
Do you think Højlund should start? Because I think he looks tired. I think he looks really tired. I think it's time just to give Xerxes a start.
Man, Haaland plays every friggin' week. Why is always our players so tired?
Højlund is a young boy, please. He can play. And as far as I'm concerned, he's the only striker we have.
I don't know. It might be tired, but do you know what? That's like, why every week Liverpool are fielding the same players? They're never tired. They're always playing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on here. Haaland, man, is I don't know. This thing needs some work. There's some good signs. I'm not set on anything yet.
No.
The only thing I'm set on is Ahmad is
the guy. Yeah.
And Maz Maz is the man as well.
Yes, fantastic player. But I think the Ahmad Masraoui
nice
connection needs to be upheld. So that's why I want Masraoui on the right and Ahmad on the right. I want them to play together because, as I mentioned now, I showed you with the Arsenal game. I think it was a mismatch with De Ligt and Ahmad and
You don't think Euro can do that?
Masraoui and Garnacho.
You don't think Lenny Euro can do that job that you're
yes, he can
for
most likely, but he needs to show it to me first because I haven't seen him much. I seen cameos, so YouTube and stuff like that, but he needs more time.
We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
No,
if you did that,
you will see it until you try it. No. That's what I'm guessing at.
I just want to end on a high note. We had one good attack in that second half. We have you see here Harry Maguire is on the ball. We play out from the back. It's in the 57th minute. We did actually quite good here. He plays the ball centrally because Mason Mount comes down dropping, as you saw on the other side. Garnacho did, but Garnacho didn't know what to do with the ball. He plays it back to Ugarte centrally, who has space because he positions himself really well. He's surrounded by five Arsenal players, but he knows where to find space, and this is the space. And what we have been doing under Amorim really well is shifting play. And when we talk about shifting, it's about from one side to the other, so the ball goes this way. He plays it to Diogo Dalot, and now you see the run from Garnacho. It's better. He makes a hard run, so he drags the defender and opens up better space for Dalot to come in. And this is the pattern. We have seen it over and over again. Shift play, isolate 2 against 1, and invert. The only thing is the execution when Dalot gets the space, as we talked about. He has the space here to come in. He don't know quite what to do with that space.
See so there?
Yeah.
Right there. Højlund, make the run there. Go past number 15. Just put a ball in.
Yeah.
Just put a frigging ball in there. Why you? We had those opportunities. Nothing was happening.
Yeah, but the Amorim ball, it's about bringing the ball in your feet all the way up to the 18-yard box line. And
Amorim said, right, he will have to play in accordance with the opposition as well. It was pretty obvious that we had no penetration and we were always outnumbered. And we kept going backwards. At that point, test them up. Yeah, put that ball in there. You know what? Let them sense there's danger. Make that run. You're a big unit. It don't matter if he wins it. Make that run. We kept trying to want to pass it in, right.
Yeah, but you see here what the end result is. Arsenal were fantastic tracking back, and they really do. But you also see in this picture, Dalot he don't know what to do with the ball. He goes in default mode. He sees an opportunity, and that's the thing. Ahmad is here. He's all by himself. This is the chance where we actually could have done more.
Yeah, this was that.
Garnacho wants the ball in his feet. He wants the ball out again. Maybe that will be the right solution if you wanted to progress this attack. Is to play it out to Garnacho. He can go down, and then we come with a lot of people.
You said
this could be the opportunity, but the decision making of Dalot in this particular situation is totally wrong. He takes a chance that gives us 0.1% chance to score instead, and tries a shot. There was a brilliant shot, and it could have been a goal. But when you see Ahmad here with all this space, there's a lot of space, and we come with a lot of people.
Even if you play that into Højlund, if you put that back a step, Højlund, there's Mount, one touch.
You could have played the ball to Højlund. There's so many other opportunities in this situation, and that's why I got frustrated, because I think when it comes to the level of these players, and I'm naming names because I think it's obvious. It's Dallo, it's Garnacho, it's I think the Ligt wasn't good and in that position. So I think we have a lot of players that are a little bit disjointed, mismatched, and they lack the next quality to be a top team. And this is where I see this team, and I think Amorim is doing the right things. You see the patterns. You see we are doing the cross, the isolating the wings, open up space, third man runs, but it doesn't happen.
That's why I would drop Dalot as well. I just don't trust him on the ball or off the ball. He has moments of quality, right, and he gets about, but yeah, no, he doesn't cut it for me. Problem is Malaysia is not that great either.
No, but this is a good comment from Daga07. He say they don't know the system well enough to start breaking the rules spontaneously. So yeah, that's the thing. So it's a work in progress, but we see clear patterns. We see a clear style of play, but now it's down to the quality of the players. It will improve by time, and this is what I would like to see against Nottingham Forest. I would like us to see doing this right.
I've got a friend called Dagger G. It's not you, is it? I've not seen him for about 10 years. One of my top guys. Is that you, Dagger G? As a Dagger 07. He was a wicked DJ, this guy. Top guy.
How would that be romantic? Yeah.
Right, but I don't know, guys. I don't have much more planned. For me, Noradin has left. He was really tired and needed to go.
Well, let's do the channel proud.
Yeah.
Fox Zionism.
Any final words? You can end the show, Bumba. Yeah, you can end the show
as Nuruddin would say. Let's fill his stead and keep this channel real. Fox Zionism, fuck Israel. It's a death cult. It's apartheid. Big up the Palestinians, resistance, showing everybody how it's done for over a year now without much help. The whole world is against them. Big up the Lebanese resistance. Big up Syria. Hopefully the new rebels, the new invention of Israel in America is going to also be put down there. Free Sudan, free the Congo, free Haiti, free everybody that is oppressed in this world, man. Be a human being. Be on the right side. So, with that, what does usually say? F the Glazers, Jim the Rat, suck it, and you know the rest. Peace, love, bless everybody. Tomorrow's prediction scores before we go. We didn't do that.
Yes. Go first. You can go first, Bumbaye.
2-1 United.
And goal scorers. Who do you think will score?
As if this isn't hard enough.
Ahmad, obviously.
I'm going to go with Ahmad and Mizraoui.
Okay. Sean?
2-1 as well. Either Bruno and Højlund or Bruno to score both goals.
Okay.
None of them are playing tomorrow, Sean.
Bruno isn't playing.
We'll see.
They're playing, man.
We'll see. I'm a little bit more optimistic than you guys. I think, there will be an even game. But what I see from the Samaram team, I think we are actually doing quite well, and I think we can outplay this Nottingham Forest team. I think we have better quality than them.
Let's go.
So I would say maybe 3-1, maybe as much as 4-1, but I'll stop at 3-1. I think Ahmad Diallo will score a goal. I see actually Rashford coming on the score sheet, and same with Xerxes. So 3-1 Ahmad, Rashford, Xerxes. And in the chat we have 2-1 from Ahmad is free from Ten Haram. Lucky Singh comes in. He comes with the prediction 3-1, and Lillis says 2-1 Forest. 2 goals from
Lillis, man. You killed it, bro.
But Hector comes in again and say 3-1, same as me. Højlund, Bruno, and Dallo. And Ahmad is free from Ten Haram, comes in and say Ahmad hat-trick. So he believes.
Oh, man, that would be nice. That would be nice. So where can they find you? Check out Jarvis Cocker at Bowley 77, Monday night football. You've got ex-United player coming on. He's going to tell you all about
Phil
the lady
Mars.
that passed
Phil
away.
Mars is coming on, yes.
Phil Marsh and Stu Woolley will be doing that with him. You
Mm.
can see Sean Thomas at How We See Things, Sean.
Big up Dubai, yes, correct.
Bingo. And me, this is the only place. And maybe once in a while, Jarvis, you might find me on there. Otherwise, big up Man United, big up Amarin, bless
Big up, guys.
everybody, and we'll see you all tomorrow for the post-match. Love.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.